All right, perfect. Okay, well, for our class today, we're gonna do another meditation this week. So for those that didn't catch the video last week, like I'm just getting back from a meditation training module for my 300-hour yoga teacher training. So I just learned all of these super cool and new and exciting ways to do meditation. And so one of the ways that I learned that I super dug is called Metta meditation. And it's a love meditation. Oh, who doesn't love love? The world definitely needs more love. So we'll start off the practice today with a bit of a longer time seated and starting out to do this meditation. And we'll do a bit of meditating at the end as well. So that'll be our structure today, and that these Sunday night classes will have a little bit more meditation in them as I kind of get to like try these things out, and hopefully you like them too. Like I really, really appreciated these meditations I learned, so hopefully you do too. So make sure you're ultra cozy today in your seated position. All right, really take the time to root down through the sits bones. You can move the fleshy part of the buttocks out of the way if you need to. I'm choosing to sit on a hip, sit on a block to lift my hips up, which then helps me lift and lengthen tall through the crown of the head, belly button up and in. And let's take a big deep breath in through the nose, bring the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale out of the mouth a sigh. A couple of those, breathing in and up and out of the mouth. One more in, and really make some noise this time. Let it out loud and proud. All right, letting everything soften here. Shoulders relax down the back body. Hands can come to rest comfortably on the thighs. Feeling your head over heart, heart over center. And when it feels right to you, allowing the eyelids to soften or close. And just beginning your practice today, connecting to the breath here. No controlled breathing yet, just observe where you're at. Thinking to yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, where am I at in this moment? Once you've identified that, perhaps even come up with a word that articulates your experience in this moment, perhaps just whatever pops into your head. Then begin to pay attention to the breath. Elongating the inhale and the exhale until the exhale is twice as long as the inhale. Letting your breath be your anchor for your practice here, this practice of love. Breathing deep. And imagining that you're breathing in love, in trust, in peace. And exhaling fear of all kinds. Inhaling love and trust and peace. And exhaling fear, however that manifests in your life. Knowing that fear is always at the heart of our shadow side, those lesser tendencies. Continuing with this idea of breathing into love, feeling your heart expand out into your whole body till every fiber of your being is basking in this energy of love, this open-hearted gesture from you to the world. And then beginning to layer on that 3-part Dirga breath, breathing that love into the belly, feeling it expand out, low ribs and upper chest. Big, deep breaths that use all of the inhale And then with that exhale, slowly going from the collarbones to the ribs, all the way back down to the bottom of the belly. Squeezing every last breath out so that the next breath can be fresh and buoyant and new. And option here to layer on that Ujjayi breath, that ocean sounding hissing breath, by slightly restricting the back of the throat, while sticking with this imagery of breathing in love and trust and peace, and exhaling to release all fear outside of you, trusting that the energy of the universe will take this fear and turn it into something more positive. Three more deep breaths here. When you're ready, release that controlled state of breathing, returning to a normal breath. Just checking in with the self on a scale of 1 to 10. How are you feeling in this moment? What's the word that comes to you right now? And then when you're ready, allow the eyelids to flutter back open, coming back to the space together. And let's inhale, bring the arms out side to side. Ooh, so the palms touch overhead. Just brought that plant in if you can't tell. And then exhale to slide the hands down to heart center. Head stays where it is. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms away from the body. Inhale the hands back up to the sky. Exhale to break free into cactus at a 90-degree angle. Just pull those elbows back, open up the heart space, and look to the sky. Pause here for a breath cycle. And on the next exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms come out side to side, palms toward the sky, gaze follows. Exhale to bring the hands to heart center, gaze straight ahead. Inhale, interlace those fingers, press the hands away. Lift the hands up towards the sky and use that exhale to break the arms free into cactus. Arms pausing here. Pull the elbows back, lift the gaze, bringing in a small back bend. Big breath in here. And exhale to bring the hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, hands rise up, palms touch, gaze follows. Exhale to bring it back down to heart center. Inhale, interlace those fingers, press the palms away, lift to the sky. Exhale to break free. Pause here. Lift the gaze. Decide if you'd like to layer on that back bend. And on the next exhale, the hands come back to heart center once again. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, twist and turn, looking out over the shoulder. Pause here for 3 breaths. Feeling the strong connection to the sits bones and the crown lifting towards the sky. Inhale, big breath in, returning back to center, hands to the heart. Exhale, twist and turn, looking out past that back shoulder. Breathing deep here. Asking yourself if each breath cycle can be fresh and new. Can you stick with the imagery, the idea of breathing in love and trust and peace, And using the exhale to release your fears. Taking another big deep breath in through the nose and exhale to return back to center. This time, one hand connecting to the earth. Inhale, lift the other arm straight up and overhead, and then out and over, reaching to the side here. Always an option to keep the hand on the hip. Whether you have the hand on the hip or the hand outstretched to the side, pull that back shoulder open and making sure you're keeping that heart space radiating out into the world. Letting your heart guide you through your day and through your practice here on the mat. Breathing deep. Use your next inhale to help you lift all the way back through to center. Pausing here for a breath cycle in through the nose and out through the nose. And then inhale to first lift straight up towards the sky and then out and over. Making sure you roll that top shoulder back to keep the heart open. Pausing here for a few breaths. One more big breath in through the nose to rise back up through to center. And then bringing the soles of the feet together in front of you. Option here to give the feet a little massage, a little bit of love. Self-love goes a long way. When we learn to love ourselves, we learn to love the world. Working your way down the foot. Towards the heel, the back of the heel, top of the foot. All right. Bringing the hands either to the shins or interlacing the fingers to wrap around the toes. I'm going to choose the shins today. And then inhale, we're going to lift the knees up. Exhale to lower them down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Linking breath to movement here. No rush, but here and now. On your next exhale, really lower those thighs down as close to the earth as they want to go. And inhale to lift and lengthen tall through the crown of the head. Pause here with a nice flat back, feeling strong. And then use an exhale to hinge forward from the hips as far as you can while maintaining that nice flat back. Elbows may go out to the sides here. And then once you've gone as far as you can without rounding, right? So like for me, I can go a little further. Oh, look, I can go a little further. But then if I go beyond that, I start to round. I want to keep that nice flat back, shoulder soften down the back body here. Pause, perhaps turning up the corner edges of the mouth into a smile. Big deep breath. Gaze in front of you on the earth. Take a big deep breath in and then exhale. Allow yourself to round forward here, breathing deep. Option here to sort of just rock the body side to side, get in a bit of a side stretch here. And then inhale to slowly roll on up. You can scooch that block on out of the way or whatever prop you might be using. And then roll forward onto hands and knees. If you experience sensitivity in the wrists, such as like carpal tunnel, you can make fists with the wrists. And if you happen to have long nails and it doesn't work for you to make a fist, you can just leave the hands open here. Knees over hips, hand over shoulders, tuck the belly button up and in here. Inhale, lift the right leg out to the side and make some circles here. Any direction you want to start. Making sure that you're staying centered here and in alignment. Shoulders stay over the hands. The hips are staying squared to the mat. They are going side to side. You know, you're going off center, off balance. Try a little less. Build up those muscles one at a time. All right, reverse, go in the opposite direction. Keeping the strong connection to the breath here to ground you. Exhale, lower that knee down to the earth. And then inhale to lift the other. Same thing, making some circles here. Remembering that this is a safe space for sighs, moans, groans. You can let it out, my friend. And then reverse, going in the opposite direction. Drop that knee down. And inhale, tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, open that heart, lift the gaze. Exhale to round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale to open, letting that heart light radiate out. And exhale, finding that balance of coming back to home, conserving that heart's energy. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Few more breaths here, moving with your own divine timing, letting your breath guide you. Always an option to take a little movement here, going side to side. Finding that extra little something that's going to elevate these postures like you're experiencing them for the first time. Like that's how it feels like the first time. That's literally all I know. Oh, all right. Your next exhale, come back to that nice flat back, feeling that belly engaged and active here. And then walk your hands towards the front edge of your mat. Take a big deep breath in through the nose and exhale, melt the forehead down towards the earth and pause. Breathing deep here. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you, rising up to meet you where you're at. An option to rock the forehead side to side to get a little brow massage here. Inhale to slide the hands back under the shoulders. And then inhale to lift the right hand up towards the sky. Give the fingers a little wiggle. And then dive the right hand under the left arm. Bring that right shoulder to the earth, right side of the face to the earth, and come in to thread the needle. Deep breaths here. Inhale to press into that left hand, come back to that tabletop position. Same thing, other side. Open up the left arm to the sky and exhale to bring that shoulder, diving it down to the earth. Hips stay over the knees. That hand can stay where it is or slide it forward and pause. Option to soften or close the eyes, to go inward. Returning to that idea of using the inhale to bring in love and trust and peace. And the exhale to release fear. Inhale to slide that right hand back onto the shoulder, pressing back up to tabletop, and then bringing the toes together, the knees to be the width edge of the mat, and melt the hips back and down, coming into an extended child's pose. Surrendering once again to the support of the mat and going inward. Breathe and connect with the self. Inhale to slowly rise back up to that tabletop position here. And inhale, extend the left leg straight out, back and behind. And exhale, bend that knee, step the foot all the way up and through, in between your hands here. Okay. Inhale, making sure front knee is over front ankle. The hips are squared towards the short end of the mat. And then when you're ready, rise up here. You could bring the hands to the knees or bring the arms all the way up overhead. Pausing here. Feeling a firm connection of the earth beneath the foot, the front foot. Making sure that the feet are like railroad tracks and not like a tightrope. Like the back leg isn't right behind the front foot. A little bit of space will help you feel more sturdy there. Option, once again, lean back, open up that heart space. Breathing into this posture, into your strength, into your power. Big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, slide the hands down to heart center and take a twist here. So this can be done one of two ways. You could bring the right elbow to the right knee, palms still together, pressing into them. Or you could bring the right hand to the earth and open up that left hand towards the sky. So yogi's choice here. No right or wrong. Just deep grounding breaths, grounding yourself into love. This idea that you are a being made of love. You were put on this earth to love. Big deep breath and exhale. This time walk both hands to the right side of that left foot, and you can walk that left foot closer to the long edge of the mat here. The hands could both be on the earth, or if you're having difficulty getting to the earth, then you can use blocks to lift the earth to you. Or you could just come to the fingertips if you need just a little bit more height. Shoulders softened and down the back body. Gaze on the earth. Make sure those hips are still square towards the front edge of your mat. Beautiful. Okay, begin to walk that left foot back closer to where it was at the beginning. Both hands root to the earth. Take a step back with that left leg and then circle the hips here a few times. You can walk the hands up a little bit if that would make it easier. And then a few times in the other direction. Feeling fluid and graceful in your movements here. Beautiful. Okay, coming back to center, back to tabletop. Inhale to extend that right leg straight out, back and behind. And then exhale, bend that knee, step the right foot all the way up and through between the hands here. Inhale, square those hips, make sure they're to the front edge of that mat. Front knee over front ankle. The back toes could be flat on the earth, or you could tuck them under, whatever feels more comfortable to you, more sturdy to you. And then using an inhale, scissor hug those legs towards each other. So right hip comes back, left hip comes forward, and then rising tall either to that knee or hands up overhead or hands to heart center or any other variation that feels great to you. And breathing deep here. Once again, grounding into love. Feeling strong and sturdy with your heart open to the world. Big deep breath in through the nose. And then exhale. You can make a choice about what kind of twist you want to do here. You could bring the left elbow to the right knee, pressing into those palms to really keep the heart space open. Or you could bring the left hand to the earth and open the right hand to the sky, or bend at the elbow. Whatever you choose to do it with love. Perhaps with a smile on the face. One more big breath in through the nose, and then exhale. Float both hands down to the inside of that right leg, and then walk the right foot closer to the long edge of the mat. Coming onto the palms of both hands or the fingertips, or using any sort of prop to lift the earth to you. Keeping that front knee over the front ankle, hips square to the front edge of the mat, and choosing to stay connected to your breath. Gaze flat on the earth in front of you. Trusting that you have all the tools you need to be successful in this space. Always a option to lay on that Ujjayi breath if you want to go a little deeper into your practice, a little deeper into yourself. Inhale, begin to walk that foot back to center. Bring the right hand to the other side of the left. And then step the right foot back. Bring the knees together, toes together. Tuck the toes under and sit back on the heels. If this is not your favorite thing, if you're like, this is uncomfortable, Then come onto the hands and just come flat onto the tops of the feet. Okay, we're here to lean into the body, but not to hurt the body, right? There's a difference between sensation and discomfort. We want sensation. So choosing how you want to do this. And then inhale, open up the arms side to side and give yourself a nice big hug. One arm on top of the other and squeeze. We're going to squeeze for 9 seconds until the brain is like, oh, that's the good stuff, and releases those happy chemicals. Inhale to open up the arms. Opposite arm on top this time. Big squeeze hug. Perfect. Inhale, come up onto the hands and tap out the tops of the feet. Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tap, tap. Oh, sit back on the heels now, sitting up nice and tall. So finding lift and length tall through the crown of the head, the abdomen active and engaged here. Gaze right in front of you, shoulders softened. And then from this place, inhale, arms right in front of you at shoulder height. Exhale, rotate those palms out. Float the hands back and behind. Interlace the fingers. Pull the hands back and down and lift the gaze. Breathe deep here. Inhale to take a big deep breath in through the nose. Keep those muscles in the abdomen nice and active. As you exhale, begin to hinge forward from the hips, bringing the forehead towards the earth or a block. If you happen to be claustrophobic, I would do this standing up. But if you are on the earth, bring the forehead towards the earth or another prop as you lift the arms up and overhead. Pausing here for 4 breaths. On your next inhale, begin to slowly extend out through the crown of the head, and then from there, hinging back up towards that seated position. Once you've made it all the way back up, release the hands, let them float back onto the thighs, and pause for a breath cycle here. Beautiful. Come on to the sides of the hips, extending the legs straight out in front of you. If you happen to have a cushion or blanket, you can keep that next to you. And if you'd like to try, what you can do is sit on the very, very edge of the blanket, right? So I'm like almost coming off the blanket, but not quite. And what that does is it tilts my pelvis slightly forward to make it easier to get this extension tall through the crown of the head. Then my feet nice and active as if they're pressed against the wall. Once again, just like in that seated position before, lifting up tall through the crown and shoulders nice and soften down the back body. From here, inhale, lift the arms straight up overhead. And then exhale, begin to hinge forward from the hips as far as you can while maintaining a nice flat back. How far you can go here will completely depend on the length of your muscles and tendons. There's no need to try to push forward. You can experience this as an intense posture just by going a very short distance. I know, because that's how it is for me. Not all yoga looks the same. Oh, big deep breath in through the nose. This time, exhale, allow your shoulders to round, coming towards the toes. If you want to, you can even bring the heels closer, bend the knees, and reach towards the toes that way. Whatever's going to work for you here. It's going to meet the need and leave you feeling satiated and seen and loved in this space. Only you know the answer to that. An option here to even rock side to side, getting a bit of a side stretch here. Inhale to slowly rise back up. This time, bend the left knee and bring it up and over that right extended leg. From here, wrap the right arm around the left knee, or just come to hold on to it. It's a little bit deeper if you wrap the arm. Make sure you still have that extension tall through the crown. And then taking a big deep breath in, swim the left hand back and behind to press into the earth right behind the sits bones to help you lift and lengthen. And then on an exhale, turn and look out past the back shoulder. Coming into this twist, known for its ability to release. So returning to this idea of releasing fear with the exhale. Inhale to unravel on one, coming back to center, lifting that knee up and over, and then bringing the sole of the foot to press in to the right inner thigh as the left knee goes out to the left side of the body. Keeping that right foot nice and active, still sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, once again, folding forward as far as you can while maintaining that nice flat back. Remembering that each exhale is an opportunity to see if you can go like just an inch farther. It's all progress and worth celebrating in this space, in this life, like anytime. Big deep breath in and then exhale. Round the shoulders, reach towards the toes, knowing that you can bend the knees if you want to. Big deep breath in through the nose to slowly rise up. And then this time, bending the right knee, extending the left. Bring that right knee up and over the left leg, left foot nice and active. Choosing if you want to grab the outside of that right knee with the left hand or hug the left elbow around the right knee. Then swim that other hand back and behind you, pressing into the earth to help you lift and lengthen, and using an exhale to twist and to turn. Once again, asking, is there any fear left to let go of in this time? Big deep breath in through the nose, untwist, unravel, pressing the right foot into that inner left thigh, finding that length nice and tall again. Inhale the arms up to the sky and exhale, hinging forward from the hips. With each breath cycle, asking yourself if you have a little more to offer this posture. Is there another way to grow and learn in this pose? Big deep breath in through the nose and exhale to round, making your way towards those toes, whatever that looks like for you in this body. Making sure that you're not experiencing pain here. Big deep breath into the nose and out through the nose. And then slowly rolling back up to that seated position. All right, from here, preparing for our meditation. So you can do this a few different ways. You can be in a seated position and taking the time to set up and figure out what that's going to look like for you, or you can go into Shavasana at this point, because this will be our Shavasana, the meditation. So like I'm going to sit in Virasana diamond legs. That's where the knees are together and the feet are together, but I'm going to actually choose to put a blanket underneath me to help me sit up straighter longer with more comfort and ease. And just knowing that whatever pose you come into right now, like you can change it at any point. This isn't a forever thing. Actually, I think already I'm going to change mine up. I'm going to add a block under my blanket. So I'm going to need to widen my knees a little bit for that. Oh, that's already so much better. Yeah. Okay. So getting nice and cozy here. Taking a big deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And let the eyes soften or close. Beginning the journey back in. Beginning to allow the senses to dim and to go inward, aided by the Dirga 3-part yogic breath and the Ujjayi ocean sounding breath. Taking a few moments here to ground into this breath work, knowing that if the mind wanders in your meditative practice, and it will, because you're human, you may always come back to this breath as many times as you need to, choosing to be grounded in your breath. Keeping the muscles of the face softened, the shoulders softened down the back body. And returning back to this idea of love. This idea of choosing love over and over and over again. Remembering that you are a being made of love, meant to love in this life. I want you to imagine in your mind's eye a person that you feel a lot of love towards, someone that it is easy to love. Doesn't mean that there aren't difficulties with that relationship, but to you, reminds you that you are a being of love and made to love. And as you witness and hold this person in your consciousness, I want you to say to them, may you be happy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free from suffering and anxiety. Say this to this person 3 more times with all the love in your heart. When you're ready, releasing the image of this person, and then calling forth to your mind someone with whom you experience tension, someone that triggers you. It doesn't have to be the person that triggers you the most in the world, because that can be a hard place to start, but someone that you experience discomfort with. And holding this person in your mind, I want you to say to them with all the love in your heart, may you be happy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of suffering and anxiety. And then saying this 3 more times to this person in your mind. When you are ready, release this person and call into your mind's eye yourself. With all the love in your heart, I want you to say to yourself, may I be happy. May I be filled with peace. May I be free of suffering and anxiety. And then say this to yourself 3 more times. Remembering to use the breath to ground you if you get distracted. And next, calling into your mind's eye every person you have ever met, every person you have yet to meet. And say to them all, may you be happy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free from suffering and anxiety. And saying that 3 more times to all of humanity. And when you're ready, you can bring a hand over your heart and then another hand over your heart, feeling the warmth, feeling your power, which is your love in this life. As you're ready, begin to take some small stretches here. Perhaps wiggling fingers and toes. Bringing your awareness back to the space here. Feel of the air on your skin, the lighting through your closed eyelids, smells, the sounds. And then when you're ready, allowing the eyelids to flutter open and turning back to the space together and with each other. And closing our practice with 3 Oms. So option to bring your hands to heart center or one hand over the other over the heart space. Once again, connecting to that energy. Taking a big deep breath in through the nose. Oh. 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 My wish for you on this day and every day that follows: peace of body, peace of heart, and peace of mind. Namaste. Well, I hope you enjoyed that metta practice. And if you did, feel free to comment on it. See you next time. Bye.